I don't even know what to say. My stomach. Today is March 3rd, 2021, and I'm supposed to get my period back in like over a week ago. And Angel and I were in Vegas. And here, let me go to the room and talk. Okay. Do I look so fucked up? But today's the 3rd of March 2021, and I was supposed to get my period like over a week ago, and I hadn't gotten it. So I knew there was something that was going on, and I was just like lying, and I was like, oh, it's gonna come. But then like I have a little app thing that where I track my period, and then it didn't say anything. It didn't say anything. It didn't like I just kept like right now I'm like over a week late. So I knew there was something that was going on, and I was like asking like I've been telling myself like, oh, you need to get a pregnancy test and whatnot, and then I was kind of like, yeah, and then I was like, no, because my period is gonna come. So I finally went today, which is the 3rd, and like I went and peed on this thing, and I don't know, like before, like I had taken one like a long time ago, but I knew I wasn't. But I don't know, like this time it just felt different in some kind of way. And I don't know, like before I took the test, I was kind of like thinking about all these things, because it was kind of like, oh, like I don't want to have a kid right now. But then it's kind of like, oh, like I don't know, I feel like we tend to fall into like all these like lifetime timelines, and I don't know. Like I have so many like mixed emotions. I don't know, I'm just like speechless right now. And I'm just supposed to be here like in an hour, but I'm not gonna tell them. Not yet. By the way, he thinks I'm on my period. I've been lying to him, and I told him I was on my period, and he thinks that I'm on my period, but I'm not. I bought the packet, and the packet has 2, so this is one of them, and then tomorrow, early in the morning, I'm gonna take another one, just to make sure.
You don't want to go get Panda then?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Something. You want Panda?
What the hell? Look at me, Chilo. Look at me. A ver, ¿qué traes? What's wrong? What's wrong, dude? What's wrong? What's wrong, baby?
You give me an order from the room.
What?
I said go get me an Oreo from the room.
A what?
An Oreo.
What's wrong?
She's gonna get me an Oreo.
Okay. What the hell? ¿Qué traes?
Just go.
Dude, even Teddy's worried.
Go.
A ver.
Go.
What the hell? No way, really? No way. Really? Is that why you're crying? Why are you crying?
No.
Huh? Why are you crying, baby? Babe. Why are you crying? Are you okay?
When I went to get the blood test.
Really?
Yes.
Hell.
I wouldn't be pranking you with.
Oh, no way.
I'm not lying. Put it on.
What the hell, dude? That's crazy. Wow, dude, I can't believe.
And I was gonna tell you when we were in Sinaloa, but then I was kind of like, cause I don't know.
Dude, now you're making me cry. Dude, dude, Teddy's gonna be an older brother. No way, really? I just feel. Damn. Did he show the camera already?
Yeah.
What the
I've been
hell?
vlogging since, cause I took one on, I think it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday, cause I didn't go to work, and I never got my fucking period. That's why I was supposed to get it when we were in Vegas, and I never got it. And by the time we came back, I was already like almost like a week behind. And I don't know, my body just felt weird. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get one in Target, but I just kept like putting it off.
What?
And then on Thursday, I went.
Dude, I'm nervous.
On Thursday I went, and then I was drinking a bunch of water to like, cause you have to pee on it. And then I left it in the room, and then I went to lay down to the bed, and then I was just like, I waited 10 minutes, dude, and I feel like those were the longest 10 minutes.
Damn, dude, it's like, dude, Teddy's gonna be an older brother. What the hell? Dude, we literally just got back from Sinaloa right now. Like, I just came from a walk with Teddy, and Chilo just pretty much just told me, like, this still doesn't like make sense.
Well, I'm not pranking you.
Dude, it was a one-shot deal, man. It really was, right?
I don't even know, dude. I don't even know anymore.
What the hell? Dude, oh man.
Wait, hold on. You said 184. So this is why I think it's like within the month, porque mira, dice aquí 4 weeks, 5 to 426, and I'm 188. But then I don't know off the top of my head.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, dude, when I saw it, I don't know, like I was happy, but then I was kind of like, I don't know. It was just kind of like a mix of emotions.
Teddy, you're gonna be an older brother. How do you feel? Are you excited?
He's like, no.
Dude, like, it's still like...
Dude, at least when we were in Sinaloa, dude, I was fucking feeling like crap, but I didn't want to tell you over there. And that's why I feel like that's why I've been extra sleepy.
Yeah, I was sleepy.
I know, so I feel like more like extra sleepy.
What the hell? Like, I'll probably end this right now for right now, but it's just like, because it's still like, I see it, like I see the results right now. Like you already showed them? You already showed the results?
Yeah, I already showed it.
Like I see it, but it's just like, okay, like I feel like I haven't processed it yet.
Oh, I haven't. For me, it's been a week and a half. About to be a week, and I haven't even processed it.
Oh man, what the hell?
So it'll be like by the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah, porque okay, let's assume that I am a month. So it's March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Like by Thanksgiving.
What the hell? Dude, by Thanksgiving? What?
I mean, that's what I'm guessing. I don't know.
Valentine's, baby.
It wasn't even a Valentine's Day. It was.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's Angel Houseman, and I have Chelo with me. I feel like we haven't posted this type of video in quite a bit of time, actually, right?
Like a video together?
Yeah.
No, and then this is our first video, like, with something like this.
Yeah, so as you guys saw in the previous clips, we were kind of iffy about sharing this video in particular, but yeah, so we ended up talking and we ended up deciding to upload this video because we're trying to be as transparent as possible with you guys and just kind of document our life stories as much as possible. But as stated through those clips, you guys saw that Chelo was pregnant, and do you want to let them know what happened?
So I want to start off by saying that we weren't even trying to get pregnant. Like, it just happened, and like, I can't blame Angel because I can't be like, because at one point I was blaming Angel for things because I was like, oh, like if Angel wouldn't have got me pregnant, like this wouldn't have happened. But then at the same time, it was like I could have been taking like the birth control, but I haven't been on birth control for years now. And the only reason why I'm not on birth control is because it messes around with my mood swings like really, really bad. So Andrew and I had talked about it, like even before I got pregnant. I think I had told you, okay, I was gonna get on birth control, and you were like, don't do it if you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like, okay, so if you were just being careful, if you know what I mean. But like, it just happened. So anyways, I got a pregnancy test and I took it and it came back positive, which is the first clip that you guys saw right now. That's my reaction to seeing the positive pregnancy test. And then the next day I took another one once Angel left to work, and it came back positive again. So after that, I went to the doctor to get a blood test because I was like, I still kept thinking that I wasn't pregnant. So I went to the doctor and I got my blood taken out and it came back and it was positive. But something that Angel didn't know I was pregnant at the time, but something that kept tripping me out was the HCG level, which I didn't know what it was until like right now. So basically my HCG level, it's like a hormone, I think it is, that you have when you're pregnant. And ever since I found that I was pregnant, that HCG level was like far below than what it was supposed to be. So by that point, like I hadn't gotten my period for February or March, and the people from OBGYN were making it a big deal for me to get an appointment. They just kept sending me to get a bunch of blood tests, and I kept telling Angel like, oh, because Angel kept, like, I would come back home and he would see me like with the band-aid right here, and I just kept saying like, oh, I would just lie to him about getting blood tests for some other stuff, which I don't even know if did you ever think it was like I was being honest with you, or what did you think about that?
Yeah, I think honestly at that point I didn't really know what was going on. I was just kind of like, I think there was once and I'm like, okay, like it just didn't really make sense. But at times I don't really question her, whatever she does or whatever. So, but then at one point I was like, okay, well, why are you getting a blood test, you know?
Yeah, and the thing I remember, like when we were in Vegas, like Angel always knows whenever I get my period or not. Like I always tell him for some reason. And I remember when we were in Vegas, I started clowning around and started saying, oh, the baby wants this and the baby wants that. And Angel was like, oh, let me find out you're pregnant. But I was calling out about it, and I didn't even know I was pregnant, and I was pregnant. So anyways, OBGYN was making it a big deal for me to even get one appointment. And I just kept taking all these blood tests, and the HCG level kept going up. The HCG levels kept going up. So I remember the first one I got of the first blood test was like 188, and then the second one I got once we came back from Sinaloa was 488.
Yeah, at that point, so we were in Sinaloa, and I kind of started picking up on a few things.
Like what?
Because in Sinaloa, like I would offer like some drinks, like some michelada drinks or whatever, and she wouldn't like be drinking any of that. Like she said,
Everybody was like, why are you not
yeah, she wasn't like drinking any alcohol or whatever. But yeah, that's when I kind of started like getting a little like suspicious, you know.
Okay, so the HCG thing kept going up, but it wasn't like where it was supposed to be. Like the last one I ever took was 488, and I was almost supposed to be the double of the, like almost hitting 800, and it wasn't even that. So I remember it was a Sunday, and I had to go to work that day, and I was doing caregiving. So I went to work, and that day in the morning I was feeling so crap. Like I literally felt like my stomach was like hurting so bad. So I remember I told you that I wasn't feeling well, and I either way went to work, and I was just going to work for 4 hours. I went to work, and when I was working, my stomach, like I was getting like a cramp so bad that at the beginning it was manageable, and then I couldn't even stand up. Like I had to be sitting down. So I finally managed to get back here home, and Angel was here and my dad were here, and the only people at that point that knew I was pregnant was Angel and my sister Leslie. So I came back and I got here, and Angel knew what was going on, but I didn't want to say anything in front of my dad because I didn't want, like, I don't know, I just didn't want to address the situation at that moment. So I just told my dad, like, oh, I'm not feeling well, like I need to go to the doctor. And I remember he looked at me, and he was kind of like, he thought it was my headache from my brain surgery thing that I got a while back. Okay, anyways, so we get to the emergency room, and it was kind of far away from here, and the nurse did all these fucking blood tests on me, and it was just a freaking mess. He was just poking me all over the place. He like left my hand all bloody, and at that point, like, and deep inside of me, I knew I was gonna have, like, it was a miscarriage. But I kind of kept getting my hopes up, but deep inside down, like I knew like that the whole bleeding thing wasn't normal.
So at that point you were thinking that, hopefully it's something else. So you still had hope that it wasn't a miscarriage then, right?
No, because I kept texting Leslie, and Leslie was on the phone with me, and then she's like, I remember she sent me a screenshot to something. She's like, oh, it could be this or that. And I was like, nah, dude, like, I don't think it's Alika. I think it's a miscarriage. So she was like, kind of like, no, it's probably something else. So at that point, I remember they took my vitals, and then they took out a bunch of blood. And I asked the nurse, like, oh, can Angel go in with me to the emergency care room? And the nurse was like, no. And I think that's when it was like even more annoying, because I already knew what was gonna happen, and I feel like I was getting more annoyed to the fact that I was gonna be by myself and Angel wasn't gonna be there.
Yeah.
Once I was in the emergency room, they did like 2 different ultrasounds, and then I went back to the room, and then the doctor came like 5 minutes later, and he's like, oh, like, I just want to let you know that you can go home now, but I do need to tell you that you had a miscarriage. So then at that point, I was just kind of looking at him like, I wasn't in shock, but I was already like preparing myself for him to tell me that. So he told me that, and I was just kind of looking at him like, I didn't say anything. I just kind of looked at him, and he's like, oh, were you expecting for me to tell you that? And I was like, yeah, I was already expecting for you to say that. And that was pretty much it. They didn't give me medicine, and they didn't give me anything. And they just basically discharged me, and then Angel went to pick me up.
For me, one of the biggest things is when as you guys saw, when Chelo told me that she was pregnant, For me, it was freaking surreal. Like, I was like, wait, what? Like, I'm gonna be a dad? Like, I feel it was kind of like one of those things is that you kind of see, like in movies type of thing. Like, okay, yeah, I see other people having kids and whatnot, but I'm like, wait, what the hell? Like, it's kind of like, I'm gonna be a dad, right? It was just a little bit, like, surreal and kind of hard to take in. Like, obviously, it sounds weird even saying it, right? Because it's like, dude, it happens, right? Your dad is just part of life, but like actually saying that, oh, like I'm gonna be a dad, it was a little bit surreal. But later down the road, honestly, being quite honest with you guys, with Chelo, is that when I finally found out that she was pregnant and so on and so forth, Chelo was like on it, man. She was taking her pills, she was taking vitamins, she was like doing like everything, like she was handling the situation. Like, Teddy's here, by the way, so if you guys hear noises, whatever, or me reaching out, is because Teddy's over here playing. But yeah, honestly, I saw Chelo that she was on top of it, on top of everything, and being quite honest, it's just like that was super motivating to me. And I really thought at one point, I had told myself that if I had never had kids, I was gonna be fine with that, and I was just gonna be like, hey, going on with life and no kids, right? Living my best life. But when I saw that Chelo was like super, like handling the situation like super good, and just like I really have like a lot of love for Chelo, like, and it's just like, honestly, I love that idea of us having kids. And when she told me about the miscarriage, I really thought it was kind of like one of those things that it was kind of like, in my mind, I was thinking that Chelo was kind of like, oh, she had a miscarriage and now she's not going to be pregnant no more. So she's kind of like, oh, good thing that this happened, right? Like, now she's probably going to get on birth control, and kind of like my hopes were just down, right? Because at one point I really thought that like I was gonna be a dad. What were your thoughts about that?
So honestly, like before I even took the pregnancy test, like I was pissed because I had a gut feeling that I was pregnant, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I told Angel I don't want to have, not that I didn't want to have kids at all, but I just didn't want to have kids right now. So I was pretty pissed. And then it was like weird because after that it was kind of like this feeling of like, well, what if you are, like, what are you gonna do now? And at that point I was like, fuck, if I am, like, I need to like snap out of it. And I was like, okay, like if I am, like it wouldn't be like, I felt like I was making it seem like it was so bad when it wasn't even bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I was pretty pissed at the beginning before I found out I was pregnant. Like I was like, oh my god, like I don't want to be pregnant right now, and this and that. And then I started like hyping myself, like, okay, like what if I am, like this and that. So then after that it was kind of like, okay, like I was kind of like, if I am, I am, if I'm not, I'm not. But then I felt like I was. And then when I saw the first pregnancy test, I came back positive. Then like all of those feelings of like being annoyed or being mad at Angel, like all of that went away, and it was just kind of like I don't know, it was just happiness. When I saw the positive, like that changed everything. And then to add on to what Angel was saying earlier, after the miscarriage, I had the whole like opposite thoughts of like, I thought that Angel was kind of like, cause he would like talk about the baby and stuff like that, but I just thought that he was like, oh, like, I don't know, I feel like he was happy that I wasn't pregnant anymore, and I guess that's
so we were having the same thoughts. I thought that she was kind of happy that she wasn't having the baby, and she thought I was happy because she wasn't having the baby. But then
it was the whole opposite.
Yeah, we ended up talking just recently, and
it was when I was in Cancun, we were talking about that.
Yeah, oh yeah, she went with her family to Cancun, and we're on the phone, and we're kind of talking about the situation. And I was thinking, Wait, weren't you happy that he had a miscarriage? And
Because we never touched base on that.
Yeah.
We just kind of like, it happened, and then we talked that day, and then we never really talked about it anymore.
yeah, and that's when we realized which communication is key, which I always try to talk to her for everything, but in here, it was kind of like a touchy subject. And it turns out that no, she was actually upset about the situation, and I was upset. I was disappointed of not having a baby after all. But yeah, we both thought that we were happy for that situation of the miscarriage, which we weren't.
I feel like I always thought that Angel didn't care, or like that would bug me even more because he never would show any emotion, and then I wouldn't show any emotion because I didn't want to see Angel seeing me cry. So it was kind of like we were both holding it in when it was like a total opposite.
Okay, so the final question that I know most of you guys, or some of you guys might be asking is whether myself or Cello want kids as of now or planning to have kids, and I'll let Cello go first.
Why me? So after talking after talking about the situation for like almost 2 months, we came to the conclusion that we do want to have kids. When, I can't tell you when, but we both decided that we do want to have kids.
Yeah, the same thing goes for me. Yeah, we do want to have kids. Like Cello said, who knows when it's going to happen, if God even blesses us with a kid. But as of right now, yeah, we're, well, I guess whenever it happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much our current status right now. It's a relationship that eventually we do want to have kids. That's the main reason why we wanted to post this video. We wanted to document. Just not everything is gonna be pretty much all freaking joyful videos or whatever, and it's just we're sharing our life experience as a couple together, and we just wanted to document this for future references. Any final words from your end?
I feel like a lot of people go through miscarriages. Remember I had told you that a lot of people tend to have a miscarriage on their first one?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty common thing, and I feel like and I feel like before having the miscarriage, I was like, oh, like if we have kids, but I feel like after the miscarriage, it kind of became a thing of like, oh, like I really do want to have kids.
You actually bring up a good point. That's something that we looked into, and because I was kind of worried that, hey, maybe she can't have kids or I can't have kids. I don't know, it's my first time experiencing anything like this. So it was kind of like we kind of looked it up, and I guess from what we saw that it is common that I guess I think it's 80% of women first time of being pregnant they have a miscarriage. So that's a good point that she brought up. Almost forgot to bring that up. So yeah, hopefully it does happen for us at one point, and hopefully you guys are here to watch when that event happens, that beautiful moment in our lives. Before we close out this video, I just wanted to show something that Cello's mom gave us.
Oh, el pues.
Yeah.
Let me go grab it.
Cuéntate, no, este no es para ti, Teddy.
No.
So just before we close out the video, I wanted to show. Yeah, Teddy,
Teddy, stop.
So before we close up the video, I just wanted to show what Cello's mom gave us, and she gave us this little.
No, it's for you, Teddy.
What is it?
It's a chicken.
This little chicken, and it
No,
says
it's Teddy.
it says Cello and Angel, to Cello and Angel from mom. So that's what Cello's mom gave us. By the way, my mom never knew about the situation, and I just didn't want to tell her because I wanted to I actually didn't really tell anybody actually till right now. I didn't want to share it because I feel like I wanted to wait for for Cello to be up to like 3 months pregnant or a little bit further down the line, which I'm glad I did because of the incident that happened. But yeah, since Cello's mom knew or she found out,
Well, she found out because basically estaba chingue, so I had to tell her.
Yeah, so she ended up finding out, and so she ended up giving us this, and she gave us like a pie or something.
She gave us a pie, she gave us a chicken, and then she brought me like some white roses, which is why I always have flowers on the vase.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to share. I thought it was a nice little touch, just because I guess she felt bad for her situation, but I'm really thankful for that. Her parents are very nice, and actually Chelo had bought something for them already because she was gonna surprise them with this. And it just kind of looking at this, it's a little bit I don't know, it kind of brings down the emotions, kind of like, damn, that sucks. We were kind of looking forward to this event, and it didn't happen, but hopefully in the near future the battery's
Okay.
gonna die.
So there's this here. I'll pass it on to you.
So this is what she was gonna show her parents.
There's this. It says Grandpa and me.
Yeah. So,
And then there's this other one, and it's the same thing, but it says Grandma and me.
yeah, so Chelo was gonna surprise them with these gifts, letting them know that they were gonna be grandparents. Alright, so hopefully if you guys enjoy our past videos, and if you guys enjoy our YouTube videos, please subscribe to my channel. Chelo sees how long I take editing videos. It takes a lot of effort. Right now we don't get paid anything out of making these videos. So if you guys can, do like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to our channel. Hopefully you guys can make our dreams come true at one point, getting monetized through YouTube. And we'll continue documenting our life story and continue making fun videos.
All I gotta say is that not everything is perfect, and we just want to be as transparent as we can.
All right, once again, it's Angel Houseman. It's a bigger risk, not taking a risk. Till next time.